And also, I want to send a shout out. Here I am. As you can see, I'm looking at the ocean right there. So I want to send a shout out to those who live in LA, Santa Monica, which is where I am right now, Santa Monica Beach. As you can see, that's Santa Monica Beach right there. And Beverly Hills and all those different places. I want to say hello, hello, hello to you. So anyway, let me go ahead and get started because I got to get out of here. I got stuff to do today. So I want to do this video for you guys just real quick because I want to really help you. Hold on one second. Let me put this up so you guys can see me okay. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Hold on one second. I'm trying to do this little. Okay, there we go. All right. Hopefully you guys can see me. All right. Okay, cool. All right. Hey, okay. So let me do this real quick. I got a boogie on down the road. I got stuff to do. I want to talk to you guys about your Forex strategies and why they suck. And hi, good morning, everybody. Hi, everybody who's saying hi. Hello, you guys. Good morning. Good morning. Love you guys. I really do love you guys. I care about you. So take your left shoe off because I'm going to step on your toes for a minute. But it's going to help you with your Forex strategy before this trading week happens. Okay? So here's what I want you guys to say with me. And I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm trying to give you things to remember so that when you're in the heat of the moment, when you're trading, because it really is like that. It's like, and I'm sorry about the background noise. Like I said, I'm right here on Santa Monica thing, and you can, everything's happening right there. So it's a little bit of background noise, but just focus on what I'm saying, okay? Jack of all Forex trades, master of none. Say that with me, okay? Say that with me. Jack of all Forex trades, strategies, okay, because they always say jack of all trades, master of none. Okay, so we're going to make that for us because I'm trying to give you something to think about. Because again, Forex is a high emotional game. The moment you start looking at charts and you enter the trades, your emotions kick in real strong. So I'm going to give you something to help you with your Forex strategies because they really suck. And I'm going to tell you why momentarily. But hear me what I'm saying. I'm giving you this for a reason. So say it with me. Jack of all Forex trade strategies, master of none. Okay, I'm gonna say it one more time, and this is recorded so you can play it back and you'll see why I'm saying this. Jack of all Forex trade strategies, master of none. Now, typically when you hear, jack of all trades, master of none, we typically think of bootleg people who's trying to start a car wash, then they're trying to start a bakery, then they're trying to start a daycare, then they're trying to start a this kind of business or that kind of business, and you see them, and then they selling cars, and then they fixing cars, and then they doing this and that, and they're just always trying to do something, but they never, watch what I'm saying, they never master anything, so they never become an expert at anything at all. Do you hear what I'm saying? Because their hands are in too many different pots. You hear all they talk, well, I'm finna do this. Well, I'm finna do that. I'm finna do this. You understand what I'm saying? You might have a cousin or somebody, I ain't gonna say it's you, but entrepreneurs, that's the way they like. They always dipping and dabbling, trying to make a hustle. And in that process, when you look in the mirror, you see nothing. You don't find success. Why? Because you are not a specialist in anything. You're a generalist. So you're dibbing and dabbling everything. Why am I saying all this? What does it have to do with Forex? I'm telling you this because this is one of the biggest problems in Forex trading. Your strategies suck. And here's why they suck. Because you have too many of them. Did you hear what I said? I told you, take your left shoe off, pull that sock off. I'm stepping on that big toe first. You have way too many strategies that you're chasing. Jack of all Forex trade strategies, and you're master at none of them. You haven't mastered one strategy. And why is that? I'll tell you why. Because there's too many new strategies coming on the market all the time. And so you're chasing every new shiny object, looking for the holy grail without perfecting or even testing long enough to see if the one you already had was a winner. Let me give you an example. And you say, well, maybe that's too much time. And I agree, but when I try something, I wouldn't really want to know whether it works. So for the longest time, I studied for about 3 years, the market maker's method. This is just one of them. And again, I'm not saying it doesn't work. Are you hearing what I'm saying? But I stuck with it for 2 or 3 years, testing it week after week after week after week. and getting mental week after week after week after. See, I put in time to understand it. Now, do I trade the market makers method? No, I don't now. I have my own thing. But what I'm saying is look at the difference between what you're doing. Here's what you do. You probably did it already last night or just a few minutes before you tuned in. You looked on the internet for whatever free indicator you could find, whether stolen or not, which, by the way, let me give you a little heads up advice. You might want to stay away from buying these stolen indicators because when you download them, they're actually sometimes containing viruses to access your computer. And then they're not even the authentic thing. So when you download it and put it on your computer, you still wonder why it doesn't work for you, like the person who you saw it was working for, who originally created it. That's because it wasn't the original thing. But you made yourself acceptable to theft. You participated in it. Why? Because you're not willing to pay for what you need. You're willing to steal it. And therefore, you're trying to find the cheapest way to become a professional, and you're not going, it's just not going to happen. And then you turn around and you do that, and then you don't study it for a while. You don't practice on it. You take 1 or 2 or 3 trades, and then they don't work, and then you're off to the next one. See, you keep dibbling and dabbing, but claiming that you're going to be a professional full-time trader. You got to stop lying to yourself. I'm sorry. Hey, I know your big toe hurting. Get me the next one. You got 4 more on that foot. I'm gonna step on all of them because I'm gonna step on the truth so that truth has to hurt you before you accept it sometimes. Because we as people are very stubborn, especially in the Forex market. It's very stubborn people. We don't like to be told nothing. We'll figure it out on our own. Find the cheapest way to get around hustling, doing what you're going to do, and think you're going to make a full-time career and live like me across this, and visit anywhere you want and stay at the beach and this and that. Anywhere you want. It ain't going to happen. Like I said, I'm in Santa Monica in front of the beach now. Next month, I'm going to be in Florida in front of a beach. See, I can go anywhere I want to. Why? Because I had to learn to discipline, not the strategies. It's nothing. Let me say this. Some of the strategies you have actually do work. Problem is, you don't know it. Why? Because you're all over the place. That's why your Forex strategies suck, because you ain't sticking with anything long enough. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Type a number 1 in the box if this is making sense to some of you guys who are currently tuned in, and I know thousands are going to watch it later. I want to make sure you guys are getting this. I want to make sure you're getting it, because you're destroying your own Forex career because you're not sticking to anything long enough. Number 2, when you do get a strategy, it's not like you really studied it in the way that the person originally who created it said to use it. Now here you come because your mind, I'm going to, come on, give me another toe. Let me step on it. Come on, I'm going to crunch this one real hard. Because your mind is so full of all these other strategies that you studied and tried for a week or 2, and then these little indicators, now when the new one comes into you, here you go slapping other indicators on top of that, trying to make those other indicators work. Come on now, on top of the one that the new one is. Well, I'm gonna add this on top of one. I'm gonna add that on top of, and now here you go, bringing in more confusion. And the problem is the new one that you put, the new indicator you just bought, plus you bringing in the old ones. Here's what you didn't do. Bring me another toe. Let me step on the next one. You never studied any of them long enough to see if they really were effective or not. So you're constantly throwing these combinations in, and you don't even know if the combinations are going to work. Why? Because each extra piece, each extra strategy, each extra indicator you're slapping on there onto your charts, you didn't stick with it long enough to see if it really did work. You never did. I mean, come on now. Let me ask you a question. Get your other toe. Let me get you another. You got a couple of more. You got 2, 3 more. Let me ask you this. And be honest with yourself. That's why I like doing these videos. You ain't got to, I don't see you, you don't see me, but you know doggone well I'm telling the truth. The truth will set you free. Watch this. Ask yourself this question. Riddle me this. When was the last time you actually got a strategy and you actually read the manual that came with it? Or the videos that instructed you on how to use it? When was the last time you actually stuck with it and went and studied it from start to finish to really understand how those indicators or the strategy was really supposed to be used according to the inventor of it? I'm waiting. See, you see my problem? Well, let me reverse that. Do you see your problem? So you never stuck around long enough to see if it actually was going to work. And here you are now, watch this, you got 30 or 40 strategies in your head, you got 50 or 60 indicators, and now you don't know which one to use, and now you're frustrated. You're burnt out. You're feeling bewildered. You're feeling all these different feelings. Are you hearing what I'm saying? The problem is you don't know. Now, I did see somebody say back testing. Let me talk about that. The problem with back testing, which I tell my students all the time, is okay to do. I understand about back testing, but I don't agree with back testing if you really know and understand Forex market and Forex trading. I'm going to tell you why. When you're back testing indicators, it's not conclusive to me because there's a number of factors, as my students know. There are a number of things we consider before we even look at the charts, such as, for an example, when you're back testing, you cannot figure out whether that was actually a valid trade according to the person's rules. Like, I'm going to use myself since I invent indicators. We have a new one coming out in the next week or two. But again, it's going to be compatible with your whatever you have. And I'll talk about that more in the week or two. But here's the example. So my students know doggone well the first thing you do when you get to your charts is don't look at them. Did you hear what I said? And you say, well, how are you guys supposed to trade? Exactly my point. We trade like professionals do. The first thing that Forex traders do, there you go, you got it. It doesn't, Kenneth, he got it. Back testing does not account for news events that you would have ignored. For an example, if non-farm payroll comes up, now, if you're trying to trade like us, we don't play around with that. If you're trying to be like everybody else who's gambling and blowing their accounts, trying to do these double-sided, well, I'm going to have a trade on this side and that side, so if it spikes either way, and then they spike in both directions, wiping you out. And see, if that's what you want to do, then do your thing. But the way we trade, the first thing we're going to look at is what news events are coming up that could possibly impact that trade. So when you're back testing indicators, the problem is that you don't know in real time whether you would have taken that trade according to rules that the creator of the system had put in place. Me, as a creator of systems, that's one of the first rules. You don't ever put your finger on them charts until you check the news. And you say, well, how do I know which news events? That's why you need to join us instead of all these other bull crappers, because we actually give you a calendar of events that we pay attention to. And all you have to do is pull it up and say, okay, if I see it on this paper and I see it happening this week, I won't take the trade. Now, here's the problem. When you're back testing indicators, do you see that? No, it just shows you when this happened and when that happened. But it doesn't account for news events. Number two, it doesn't account for structure. It doesn't account for the biggest one, why you guys don't even include this in your strategies, and you're blowing your account and will continue to happen. I'll tell you why. Because your timing is off. So you don't know that the market actually has a rhythm to it. Most Forex traders have no clue. And that's the reason why you can keep getting indicator after indicator after indicator, strategy after strategy, and it will still suck. And it has nothing to do with the strategies or the indicators. The way the market is structured, it knows that almost every Forex trader have no clue about timing of when you should be getting in for pullbacks and when you should be getting in for reversals and when you should be getting in for continuation patterns. There's almost a daily rhythm to the market. And if you don't know it, that's the reason why. You enter trades and then you say, okay, I know it's going to go here. And guess what? You were actually right. But then when you come back tomorrow or you sleep and you wake up, what happens typically? Your account is gone, but then you see a day or two later or a couple hours later that the trade went exactly where you knew it was going to go. That is the market playing with you because they know your timing is off. They know you have no clue about it. These are things that we consider before we even touch the charts. Do you understand what I'm saying? If it ain't the right time for me to, and I tell my students all the time, we treat it like a job. We know when to come to work. And if it ain't the work time, then why are you even looking at the charts? Go do something else with yourself. And some of you guys have lived your entire life over the last couple of months or years in front of them charts and still have no withdrawal. Never did a withdrawal, no money to show for it. You have nothing, and your strategies suck. And the truth is, you know it in your heart of hearts. And the problem is with 30 or 40 strategies, 50 or 60 indicators, you know in your heart of heart, one of them should work. But you don't know which one. Why? Because you got too many of them. And you say, well, Uncle P, well, how many do you have? I only have 2 or 3 strategies, period. Did you hear what I said? I only got 2 or 3, period. Now, if I'm testing something, yeah, I have to blow accounts. I got to do this and that with my own. And even when I'm testing my stuff, I test it on live accounts because I want it real time to make sure this is the real feeling I'm gonna have about it. When when me and my team are creating indicators, we do that on purpose. I want to blow my own money first because I want the real feeling of it. And then I'll really get into, okay, what could I have done better? How do I create this and that? See, I'm doing it in real time because I don't want back testing and this and that. It doesn't take into account all the other factors that I need to consider. So I must test my own stuff in real time with real rules. And then when I hand you the rule book, you'll understand, okay, no wonder he said don't do this. Do you understand what I'm saying? So for me, yes, I have to play with it. But with regular account, just trying to make weekly money, no. Only got about 2 or 3 strategies. And why do you have 2 or 3? I'll tell you why. Because oftentimes, like last week and several weeks back, you notice the markets had gotten I'm a swing trader. I like doing what I do. I like being in trades and being out here doing something else with my time. So me personally, I like swing trading, placing position trades, holding them for a couple of days or a day or 2 or whatever. In other words, I don't want to be scared to go pee in the bathroom before I go, oh my gosh, this trade, I put the trade on and it's so short term and you scared. So okay, but this is the strategy, and you can't even go to the bathroom to go pee. Why? Because it moves so quick. You don't even understand it. And yet you trying to put real money on that trade? Are you freaking kidding me? Why in the heck would you put real money on a trade, on a strategy you're not sure about? That's like buying a car and you don't really know if it works. You just saw it on the internet and you paid for it and you never went to go see the car to see if it actually even start up. Is there even an engine underneath the hood? And that's what y'all do. You trade just like that. When you bought a new indicator, you don't want a demo. You go straight to live account, testing it out on your live account, and now you piss week after week after week. Your strategies suck. Why would they even be part of your strategy? You just bought it. You didn't test it out. Why would you put your real money on there? Get your other toe out. You got one more pinky, and that's the one that's going to crunch real hard. You know I'm telling the truth. You do it week after week, and you're mad. But who's to blame? That's your fault. Who told you to do that? That's stupid. You don't ever get a new indicator that you don't know nothing about or a new strategy and start off with a live account. I told you, be professional. In this industry, I've never seen so much ignorance. These little youngsters coming along, oh, is that a live account or a demo? What difference do it make? I'm not making money to prove nothing to you. I'm making money to take care of my family. But everybody believes that, oh, something's wrong with starting in the demo account. So what do? Testing these new strategies on a live account. Now you done blew your account with your hard-earned money, and now you don't know for real whether the strategy would have worked or not. I mean, come on now. It's just, do you see why stuff is not working for you? And then you got 40 and 50 of these strategies. No wonder you've been blowing accounts for so long. No wonder. Somebody said failure. Yeah. Failure to take responsibility. That's a great comment. Yes, it's failure to take responsibility. Then what gets worse is because when a person comes on and says, okay, here's what I'm doing, and they show it, and I've been doing this for how long? A couple of years I've been doing these videos. Couple of years. And guess what? Oh, no, he's a scammer. Why? Because I'm not doing what you do, and therefore I got results and you don't? Because I realize I don't need all that extra baggage and garbage. I just keep my life simple using, if the market is rocky, then I have a short-term strategy. If it's normal, then I have a swing strategy. And if I'm on vacation, I have a longer-term strategy. Just that simple. So since I don't have the 40 and 50 different indicators and 40 and 50 different strategies like you and keep losing just like you, I got to be the scammer. All righty then, so be it. But guess what? I'm looking at Santa Monica Beach right across the water, and next month I'm gonna be in Florida. My wife booked us a vacation going there, so I'm gonna be in front of some more water. And then when I go back home, I'm gonna be sitting in front of some more water because I stay by the lake. See, I ain't gotta listen to people who's trying to give you real truth. Because in your heart, I don't care what you say in your mouth, In your heart, you know I'm telling the truth. Your failure rate is high. Hold on, this little motorcycle moped thing. Your failure rate is high because of your strategies. You don't know which one works and which one don't. And then on top of that, you don't have a live mentor helping you week after week to really narrow down and fix your thinking and your strategy. You've never had that. And you're not willing to invest into it. So let me ask you a real question. How do you think you're going to become a full-time successful Forex trader? You're an indicator thief. You're a strategy thief. You don't pay for anything. And then you're expecting to make a full-time successful career, being a full-time criminal. And then you got 40 and 50 of them. Oh, yeah, and somebody said, yep, Hoodie 504, good point. He said, and they use bad risk management. Oh, God, thank you. Take your other shoe off. You got one more toe, and then I got to get out of here because I'm hanging out with my wife. Okay? Take your other shoe off. Get that big toe out. I want to crunch that one. That'll be the last toe, and then you can put some alcohol or rubbing balm to heal up them toes that I done stepped on because you know I'm telling the truth. Hoodie, thank you. Watch this. So first of all, if you got poor risk management and you got a new strategy or a new indicator that you ain't even tested in live mode to see if it really is going to work and this and that, you don't have no mentor, no nothing, and you're an internet thief, call it what it is, you are, for those who do this. Always trying to steal indicators. Who got a free indicator? Who got this? Oh, I seen this one, but let me see if this site got it. And then you download their viruses and this and that, and then you put yourself in that situation to where you bought into the ideology that if you ain't trading with a live account, you ain't nobody special, and therefore you bought into that foolishness. So now you got your demo account with your stolen indicators and your no good strategy, and then you have very poor risk management. So you go to work, take the last few dollars you had, and you put it into the account, you trade it, and you blow it. Why? Because you trying to buy a Lambo, you trying to buy the mansion, and you starting off with a $50 or $100 account, and then you going with a standard lot on it. Full force, one trade, one trick pony. See? And all of that is still part of your strategy. Because risk management is part of your strategy. The indicators you choose to use as your tools is part of your strategy. Whatever timing or whatever way you figuring out, okay, I'm going to put these moving averages. I'm going to put this on my chart, the don't see on channels. I'm going to put the Elliott wave theory. All that's part of your personal strategy, and it sucks. And at the root cause, here's why it sucks. Because you're not disciplined. You're an undisciplined person. And if you're undisciplined in this area, chances are you're undisciplined in other areas too. And ain't nobody got in your face and told you that. And with your undisciplined self, you're trying to create a full-time career. It is not going to happen. You tell me, any expensive lawyer, any expensive doctor. I shot a video on Friday, but I decided to take it down, because I didn't want to show out. But my thing is, I was right down there, and me and my wife, we had to do some business down here in Beverly. Oh, thank you, baby. Yeah, in Beverly Hills. So while my wife was in there taking care of some business down here in Beverly Hills, I shot a video, and some of you guys caught that video. And I was saying, I was looking at buying a Lambo and looking at buying a Bentley and all this kind of stuff. Oh, somebody in the room's over there. So, I was looking at buying the Bentley and the Lambo. Matter of fact, what's so crazy, because I just went to the lobby to go, go downstairs. And a guy got in the elevator, and the first question he asked me, oh, what kind of car are you driving? And so I told him, he said, oh, you got that brand new one? I said, yeah, I got the brand new one. He said, how you like it? I said, I love it. I said, but it was a lot cheaper than buying that Hurricane. Why? Because I ain't got nobody to show off in front of. I don't really care if you like me or don't like me. I'm here to help you to find success. And then he took me to his Aston Martin SUV trying to show the car. See, notice what they asked me first. Flashy stuff. He didn't even ask me what I do, didn't ask me my name. He just wanted to see what kind of car I drive. Ain't that what people do in Forex? And so they take these $100 accounts, putting everything on it, trying to be a flipper so that they can try to drive a car like the person they seen in the video, and this and that and this. And you trying to live that lifestyle, and you're undisciplined. Somebody said, I drive a Civic. Praise God. Praise God. So you stick with the Civic. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Somebody said a car is a car. Hey man, you know what? I got this brand new car and everything else, and I mean, people take pictures of me on the freeway, and you know, even the police had pulled up behind me twice on the side of my car, and I'm thinking, okay, what did I do wrong? And I'm thinking they're going to pull me over, and they just gave me the thumbs up, and then they pulled on off. See, that's fine. But then my wife said, well, I don't want to eat in your car. I said, baby, if you don't eat that chicken or eat whatever you've eaten, it's just a car. I can vacuum it out. I'm not tripping. See, why? Because I've learned to keep things simple. I mean, I don't mind having flashy things. Look, look, y'all think I'm lying? Look right here. There's a Lambo right in front. It just pulled up, and it looks, babe, look at this Lambo, this black one. It looks dead on my car, don't it? Oh, he just backed up. Y'all see what I'm saying? Right here, right in front. Look dead on my car. How did I get where I was able to buy that kind of stuff? Because I simplify myself. I discipline myself. I'm not all over the place no more like I used to be, like some of you guys. I found 2 or 3 strategies. I got a simple trading system, and I keep it as simple as that. It doesn't need to be harder than that. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying? Because of how, a matter of fact, let me leave you guys with one more thing. When I talk and I first start mentoring, there you go. See, babe, that looked dead on my car. That black one, same color as everything. Y'all seen that Lambo? Same exact car as well. I just didn't pay as much as they did. See, smart. But anyway, let me finish this up. Baby, see, look, it's right there. Same as mine. Oh, that's all right, he went. So let me leave you guys with this. So I gotta go because I'm way off point, and I want to get back and close this out for you guys. The point is that when I simplified my strategies, the blessing began to happen. Did you hear what I said? I want need somebody to type in this chat box, simplify equals blessing. Type that in there. I want to make sure you guys are getting this. Because if you don't show some of the stuff you get, then people don't believe that what you're talking about. But I really want to narrow it down, and I'll leave you with this, because this is where you're going wrong. Simplify equals success. When you get something simple that you know it makes complete sense. Thank you, Lamarion. Thank you. Simplify equals blessings. That's really it. You don't need all this stuff. And that's why it took me so long to figure out Forex, because I was chasing every little thing that was coming the way, every little new strategy. And then when I tried it, I tested it for 2 trades, 3 trades, it didn't work. I went on to the next one, 2 or 3 trades, went on to the next one. And I was just so frustrated and messed up mentally. It would, some of you guys, to be honest with you, and I got to say this and go, some of you guys, you really are mentally burnt out. Are you not? I mean, come on now, you can tell the truth. You're mentally burnt out. You're emotionally burnt out. And the truth is, you're emotionally scarred too by this whole Forex thing. And so is some of your family members. It has literally destroyed some people's lives. And that's because nobody came on here and told you the truth. There was more worried, and I'm a sales guy, you know, I got sales, you know, okay, buy our system, join us, and I'll be in class on Tuesday. I'm heading out just to make sure I'm in class on time, because we was considering staying here a little bit longer, but you know, my wife said, no, you got to make sure to get you back on time so you can get some rest to do your classes. See, I'm faithful to my students because I know the journey they had to go through and the trust factor to give me to even want to join us. So I don't take that lightly. I will cut my own trip short just to make sure I'm mentoring people. Why? Because I know how important this is. You've never been mentored. You never have. And so nobody's in your face like a real coach saying, hey, you need to cut this off. Hey, you need to stop doing this. Well, what do you think about that? I don't think about it because it ain't part of the there was a reason why I named our trading system Simplicity, because I wanted you guys to, there goes another Lambo. See, down here it's just like candy. Lambos are just candy down here. There goes another one, an orange one. And you can, and I'm not telling you to live like this. What I'm saying is it's possible for you to have nice things when you simplify what you're doing. And what's nice about it, you're less stressful. Some of you guys are freaking stressed out. I love you guys enough to tell you the truth. I wish somebody would have got on here and told me the truth. I would have been able to get farther way faster than I did. But everybody was more concerned about buy this from me, this and that. And then when you did, they don't talk to you, no weekly classes, no nothing. It was just nothing. And so the journey was rough. And that's why I do these videos. Even during my vacation time, I still try to help Forex traders around the world in the best way I can. So anyway, I'm gone. I hope this helped you. I hope this made sense. I hope you will really just, one more thing. Whoa. Let me give you this. Somebody posted in our group and I was so proud of them. Oh my God, I was so proud of this person. Whoever you are, if you see this later on, because thousands will watch it later, I want to tell you I'm very proud of you. Because, we see people posting in the group about their, about their Forex trades, and they post the money they made and this and that. There was somebody in the group, though, in the chat group, in our private Telegram chat group, and they posted something that caught my eye, and I was so proud of them. They posted their trading journal, because when you join us, we do give you a free trading journal as well. And I was so proud of this person because they said, okay, I realized, okay, here's what I did right, and here's what I need to stick to, and here's what and they just was able to strategically do a real analysis on their performance for the week that turned out to be successful. And for them, it was a blessing because they finally got to see an eye-opening success of their own story. They weren't telling about somebody else's story. They was actually, they were able to journal their own success and why it worked. I give you about 3 strategies in there on how to use our system, three different ways, maybe a 4th, but that's it. I don't even give you a bunch of different ways to use ours. But they chose one of them and they said, I'm sticking to this one because this one works. And they documented it on the journal. I was so proud of that person. So I'm not going to say your name, but I am so proud of you. I'm happy for you because it's on black and white, and you were able to take a full week of trades using a strategy I taught with our trading system, and you saw it with your own eyes. I'm very proud of you. Are you hearing what I'm saying, you guys? You guys are not documenting any of your trades. You're just slapping the trades. You know it was a loss. You don't really know why. And then you move on to the next strategy, and then you move on to the next indicator. You have no documentation. And anytime, for an example, and I'll leave you with this thought, they're coming out with these COVID vaccines. Didn't they test them first? Didn't they at least have some documentation of what worked and what didn't work? See, even every new medicine that comes out, there's a trial period, there's a study period, there's a trial and error period before they release it up on the public. Now, is it 100% going to work all the time? No, but at least they know they narrowed it down. Why? Because they have a documentation of what worked. And that's what helped me. When I started writing down my stuff, and my son is a beast at this. He's way better at me at this. He journals everything. Every little move he makes in Forex, he actually documents it. And that's why he became successful. So when you begin to write and track your trades, and then at the end of the week, you go back and review your documented comments and the trades you took and all the different things, the components to it, when you actually go back and track it for yourself, you'll see it with your own eyes. Nobody else can tell you. Do you understand what I'm saying? And have you done that? Chances are you haven't. Do you see why you're just not going to be successful without doing things right? So drop all these 50 and 60 strategies, 50 and 60 indicators. Get rid of all that. Okay? All right. If you want to join us, by the way, here you go. Join us. Just go on our website, super easy, E as in echo, Z as in zebra, superezforex.com, and click on the join button. I will be back at my own home office on Tuesday to make sure I'm on time for class for the students. I will see you live in class on Tuesday, and you can talk to me directly, and I'll help tweak you. Okay? But other than that, enjoy your weekend. Have a great trading week. Bye.